I was at a local gun show last weekend and I came across these cases. These are SKB waterproof, drop-proof cases. They're actually very similar to the Pelican case. Now, these are pretty rough condition as far as the outside, and these were used for shipping from a certain company, and they just sold a bunch of them. In fact, if you get on eBay, there are one guy's selling like 5,000 of them, and selling for about $5 a piece. But these are typically, if you're buying them singular or in a 2-pack, you know, they run about $15 a piece, and that includes shipping on eBay. And I think I paid about $10 for one of these and $15 for the other. So very reasonable case. And I thought, why don't we just put together a little survival kit? So we're going to put together an emergency kit, and I have a number of items laid out. Also, I have some foam, and this is actually from a Pelican case. I got this from my buddy Robbie Wheaton, and we're going to use this to place everything in. Now, as far as the items I'm going to use, I want to put a handgun in there, and we're going to use one of the HK P30 SKs. I have an extra magazine, which is a full-size magazine, 15 rounds. This is one thing that I really like, are the Mora knives, but this one in particular, we've done a patina finish on it, and I've made a little custom kit out of the sheath with paracord, fire starting material, a little compass, and there's some duct tape underneath. Also, we have one of the Renovo Trios. This is a great water filtration system. And then I have a Olight, and this is the S30 baton, and some extra batteries in a sleeve. I want to make sure the gun is unloaded when we're placing it into the case, and we're handling it, and it's all clear. There was already foam in this case, and it was cut out for something particular. We're going to remove this foam, and also at the top we've got some eggshell. But one thing we're going to do is cut this in sections, and the reason why is because we're going to join these together, but we can cut through and place our items in, and then underneath have a nice base to protect it. We have a little bit of glue here, and I'm going to get rid of that with a razor. Now, you can leave this in if you want. I just want to get rid of it to make it a good smooth surface. Whatever they used, stuff's pretty good. Now, obviously you can measure the inside. I've just taken the top piece of foam, and I'm going to mark it with a Sharpie. You might want to, I'm going to try the black and see if it shows up. If not, I'm going to have to go with something lighter. But I'm using a straight edge to get it right. There we go. Now for this piece, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut it. I think it'll give it a better, cleaner look to it. But when we cut it out for the different pieces, it's going to take a razor. And guys, unless you have a laser cutting this, it's not going to be precise. But it's going to work. Now we're going to cut 3 pieces with this same size, 2 for the bottom and 1 for the lid. And this one fits just right. Go ahead and check it each time. Make sure you're staying on course. The outside is going to kind of form around the case, and as you can see, we have it perfectly smooth here. So we're going to cut one more piece. When cutting the foam, you want to cut it a little bit oversized. You can trim those edges if you want, but to me, it just helps it to rest and nestle in. This foam really just kind of adheres to the surface. Always better to have just a little bit too much than too little. Now we have our 3 pieces cut. Now we're going to put our shapes in. Now I've got everything laid out. One thing I'm going to change is the batteries are actually going to go under the flashlight, because the flashlight will go down pretty deep and this will be pretty hard to get out. So with it down here, it's going to seal it, and I'll have that, and it'll give me a little more room. Of course, I'm going to have my pistol here, my magazine. I'm going to cut out the water filtration cut to where there's nothing holding it on the side. It's just going to rest on the side of the container, and then of course my knife down here at the bottom. So everything needs to be in place for me to start, so I'm going to start over here since I'm going to cut this out. You do want it to be just a little bit tight so it'll stay put. Once I have that marked, I can move it and go to my next piece. I'm going to have it to where the little clip fits upward so I can pull it out with the clip. Now I've extended my razor out so it'll cut all the way through, because otherwise it's going to cut partial, and I don't want to keep cutting and sawing. So I want to kind of get this to go all the way through. What I'm going to do is start right here. I'll pierce it, then I'm just going to bring it down. Now on the pistol, I've got some extra lines here, but I rechecked it, and so I want to stay within this line and stay out here. But we're going to start at the top and bring it down. This does help because it braces it against the table or the bench. Now we've got it cut out, let's fit it into the case. All right, we've got it fitted into the case. Slide down our pistol, put our magazine in. I like for it to be just a little tight. That makes it nice. It will form again, and you can see how this is bowing out. But once you put your pieces in, drop our batteries in. Man, I love that. That is awesome. Okay, then bring this down. We're good to go. The great thing about this case, again, is that it is waterproof. It's shockproof. I mean, you can beat this thing, you can drop it. It's going to hold up really well. It's going to protect what's in here. So when you need it, you're ready to go. And you know, you can close it up. It's sealed. It has a valve right here to be able to set the pressure. Really easy to open. And this thing's durable. You can already see what it's been through. It's amazing. Guys, you have everything in one place. You have water, you have fire, you have a knife, you have cordage, you have a small compass, you have an extra magazine with your pistol, and the pistol's loaded, and then you have your flashlight with extra batteries. Now there are definitely some other things that you probably could add to this, but this will at least give you a good idea to get you started. You know, in whatever case you use, you don't have to use this type case. These are just super expensive for the quality. Yes, the outside's rough, but we're going to clean that up and see what we can do with it. On the back here, there were a bunch of FedEx labels on here, and we're going to try to get that off. We're going to get as much of this off as we can, and we'll take a look at it when I get finished. This is about as clean as I could get it. I could have probably done some other stuff to get that off, but it really came out pretty nice. On the back here, most of that dark. Still has those FedEx stickers that are pretty much adhered to the plastic, but it looks a heck of a lot better. And again, it does give it that kind of a used look, so maybe somebody will just pass by it. We're going to glue these two pieces together. I'm not going to glue it into the case yet, in case I ever want to change it. But I'm going to take some of this spray adhesive. So this is actually headliner and carpet adhesive. And we're going to go ahead and spray this down. Just get a good solid fit to it. And we're going to spray it on the cutout piece so we don't get it on everything. Oops. Now we're just going to let it dry. So guys, just giving you some ideas for some different ways to be prepared, to be set up, and to go. Yes, you can do this in a bug out bag or a go bag, but man, this makes it just handy. This would be great in a vehicle, in your truck, in a car, even in a camper or a boat. Packing this away and having it, and the great thing is there are places to lock this down. I mean, you could travel with this. I mean, this would be, FAA approved, so you could actually fly with this. So a lot of cool things out there, but I just thought as soon as I saw this case, and for the money, again, I found these at the gun show. I think one was 10 and one was 15, but you can get on eBay and find them for around the $15 mark. These typically run about $60 a piece from what I saw on this size. And I kind of like the orange because it does mean, that it is kind of an emergency thing. But if you wanted to go obviously with more subdued colors, you can do that as well. One great thing about this case, because it is so beat up, is somebody might just overlook this case just because it's, in the condition it's in. And guys, like I always say, you got to improvise to survive. This is a great way to improvise and have a really quality, good case, great way to store your stuff. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. I got this from my buddy Wheat. Now guys, this is not going to be like a freaking angle of this. So here we've got our foam. So here we've got our foam cut. Now we're going to make. Okay, so now we have our foam. We're going to spray it on the. Also, okay. Now we want to make sure the gun is unloaded when we're doing.